got online on the telephone Sue Walker, and she is the chairperson, as I have already mentioned, for Open Sight Hampshire. So welcome to the studio, Sue.
Hi Tana. Thank you for inviting me onto your drive time programme.
No, and thank you for taking time to talk to us here on Unity 101 Community Radio.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so do tell us, please, how did you come about running this distance for the London Marathon?
Well, as the chairman of the charity, I've always wanted to run a marathon, and it's been on my 50th year. I'm 50 years old, and it's been on my bucket list. So when the CEO, David McKeague, said we were lucky enough to get a ballot place, one place, I managed to, he said, do you want to take up the challenge? And I obviously said yes. I don't know if I'm regretting it yet or not, but I've got 2 weeks to go.
Oh, wow. So it sounds exciting. So how do you prepare for yourself for the 26-mile run on the 28th of April?
Wow, it's quite hard. If anyone out there has done this, it's I've done a 16-week training program.
Yeah. The
longest I've run has been 13 miles to date, and it's 16 weeks where you have to. It's 3 times a week that you have to train, and I'm lucky enough to be running the marathon with one of my friends. She also got a place, so we've been able to train together.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's been really hard. It's been great fun as well, and we've helped each other along, especially when we've hit that dreaded wall, if you've heard about that.
Yeah.
Which is about 18 miles. So we've enjoyed it. It's been tough, but we've really enjoyed it.
My goodness, you must be absolutely tired at the end of it all.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to kind of wind down now for 2 weeks, resting those aching joints before the big day on the 28th.
Wow. So I couldn't even dream of running even 2 miles. 18 miles. Oh my God. Honestly, it is absolutely challenging. And how did the charity manage to get the place in the London Marathon?
Well, I don't know if you're aware, there are about 160,000 charities across the UK, and there are only 500 ballot places. So those 160,000 are local charities. Yeah. And they only give, through a ballot system, they only give away 500 places. And they only give a single place to each one of those 500 charities. So we were so lucky to get that. And it's quite slim odds. So I've got to make this one count through my fundraising. Absolutely.
Wow. It sounds awesome, actually. It really, really is, especially for the cause that you're doing it for. And how will the money you raise be used? And what community challenge is it overcoming?
Well, I'm trying to raise £6,000 to provide eye health education to around 12,000 school children between the ages of 5 and 12. And our team at Open Sight go out to the schools and they give presentations on how important healthy eating is and protecting their eyes is. And so, and also about regular optician checks. Yeah. When we also send material out to the parents, just to give them some really simple steps about caring for your family's eye health. Yeah. And the staff that actually go out, the team that go out, one of our staff has sight loss, Terry Smith, and he goes out there and gives the presentations to the schools. Yeah. And then we put material in the books bags for the families and to read when the children go home. Yeah. So just for our listeners, what sort of advice could you give them? Well, it's making sure that it's eating a healthy diet. One quick tip would be making sure that they include oily fish in their diet, because it can increase blood flow and hence reduce the progression of certain eye diseases. Right. But simple things like making sure that you take your children to the optician. It's free. You get a free eye test for all children under 16, and that's so important because those are the specialists that will be able to detect the conditions.
Yeah. Okay, as a vegetarian, me personally, I'm a vegetarian, and my child is a vegetarian. What would you recommend dietary-wise for vegetarians?
Dark green vegetables.
Okay, so
making sure they contain antioxidants, and that can improve the eye health.
Okay,
and avoiding foods high in saturated fat as well.
Right. Would you say carrots is good for you?
Carrots is always good for you. Eating at least 5 portions of fruit a day, of fruit and vegetables a day is good for you. Oh. Definitely.
Okay. I just love carrots, that's all. And I've always heard, I didn't know whether it's a myth or whether it's true, that carrots are very good for your eyesight, but...
they are, as well as those, making sure that you're eating those dark green vegetables.
Yeah. Well, we eat plenty of spinach.
Well done. So do I. I love it.
Okay. So why is this cause so important to you?
Well, I have 2 young children, Isabella and Caden, and I feel it's so important that we teach our children from a young age how to look after themselves, giving them the ability to make their choices about their own health.
Yeah.
And we think about it, we always take our children to the dentist and have regular checkups.
That's right.
Make sure that they brush their teeth. But how many times do we make sure on a regular basis we're taking our children to the opticians, or remind them to put on the sunglasses to protect their eyes from the sun?
Yeah.
Those things, just simple things, are really, really important.
Yeah. One thing that I can recommend to all our listeners is make sure your kids do not rub their eyes too much, because that is very bad for you. It can, like my son, he ended up, he kept on and on since childhood rubbing his eyes, and now he's got keratoconus in one eye.
Oh dear.
So it's not very nice. With keratoconus, I believe you can go blind. So
it's so important.
So it's just a warning for all our listeners. And tell me a little bit more about the charity and what the services are that you provide.
Well, Open Sight provides really valuable services to all the visually impaired people across Hampshire.
Yeah.
And it's just to make sure that those people, it's all about the individual, and it's making sure that they can keep their independence as much as possible. And we provide services such as info and guidance. We have 9 pop-up locations across Hampshire where we have sight hubs that actually provide that info and guidance, where people can go in to those hubs and see our specialists. We also have working age groups where we've got 4 across the Hampshire.
Yeah.
And then for the older age, we've got 16 social groups. We can also provide benefits advice, low vision assessments in the home. We've got a resource centre in Eastleigh, a family service, and we have information days across the county. And it's the charity do an absolute fantastic job in supporting the people with sight loss. But we're also now focusing in on making sure that people are protecting their eyes and they're aware of all the health about keeping health and protecting their vision, and making sure that they're protecting against sight loss.
Yeah.
And hence why we've got this sight loss eye health project. But if anyone wants to find out anything about it, they can go onto the Open Sight website.
Yeah.
Which is www.opensight.org.uk, and on there it lists all the details of how and what services we've got, and you can phone through or go and visit us in our offices in Bishopstoke. Okay,
so do you have a telephone number?
Yes, we do. It's 02380 641 244.
Okay, and you can also register, I believe.
Yes, that's right. We've got a magazine that goes out regularly, and you can register for that magazine, and it's full of really good information about what's going on in your area.
Right. Okay, so have you reached your target yet?
Not quite. I've managed to raise about a third, so just over £2,000. So I'm hoping that we get a bit more sponsorship, and it may come in over the next couple of weeks. But if anyone would like to donate, they can give Open Sight offices a call on the number I mentioned earlier, or donate to my Just Giving page at Sue Walker 50. Obviously 50 because I'm 50.
Okay. Okay, do you want to just quickly give us a recap of the telephone number, please?
Yes, thank you. It's 02380 641 244, or you can donate to my Just Giving page at Sue Walker 50.
All right. Thank you very much. And just before we finish, what are you hoping for on the day of the race?
Well, I'm hoping for fine weather, but probably not as fine as it's going to be this weekend. It might be a little too hot for me. I believe they have showers. But also I'm hoping for lots of support from my family and friends, and also the crowds, so that I can get across the line, get that medal, meet my fundraising target of £6,000, and also just raise awareness about sight loss and the good work that Open Sight do.
Oh, well, I wish you all the best from all of us here at Unity 101 Community Radio.
Well, thank you.
And we hope that you get that medal.
Thank you.
And you achieve your goals.
Wonderful.
And hopefully everything will go to plan.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shara.
Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time.
Thank you very much.